right, so yeah, as I just previously had said, after a good league of travel, you have entered the hills. You can see the hills to your left, the hills to your right. The road kind of winds through them. And on the other side of the hills, you can see an expansive forest ahead of you. Most of the trees are kind of deciduous trees, oaks, beech, elm, that sort of stuff. We're not talking pine trees and that sort of thing. So, while it is pretty dense, there is a little bit of room to kind of maneuver, and the branches are a little higher up than you would find with pine trees. That being said, as I said, it is pretty dense, but there is a well-carved and well-traveled road that cuts straight through. By the time you get here, it is probably mid to late afternoon. So, what do you guys want to do from here on out?
So, the guy at the tavern, so he said the wizard, who I think might be the wizard, came this way. Well, first he camped out, and then he said he was probably going to be going to the city, because that's where everybody goes, unless there's some reason to not go there. So it's probably where we're going to head, right? So straight through the forest, and that also matches up with what the random people on the road said when they saw him, right?
Oh, and they had also mentioned that he was traveling with a woman and several other individuals. So it would appear that your wizard is, if that was indeed him, is no longer alone. Although they couldn't very well, they didn't verify that was the wizard because they didn't know the person's name, but he did have a small car and he did have a grey pony, so it kind of sort of sounded like it fit.
Sort of.
Like a cart and a grey pony in medieval times is probably similar to a white SUV. They're every fucking where.
Are there any qualms with going straight through the forest?
Well, it seems like a pretty well-traveled, safe road. Doesn't seem treacherous in any way.
That sounds... Don't say that.
The worst.
What? I'm just showing you. What?
Okay.
Does it not look like that?
I don't know.
Well, look.
I'm looking. It looks like a road, and it's surrounded by forests on each side, which is good and bad. Good for hiding, good for jumping out.
Correct.
Right.
So let's go.
Good for hiding and jumping out.
It would be a much slower travel if you went somewhere else, right? Are we trying to make up ground to catch him?
Yeah, I think direct line is the best choice.
Alrighty.
We'll deal with whatever.
Well, in that case, into the woods we go. Oh.
And we're dead.
I was in the process of moving tokens, and then they moved anyway. So, like, what just occurred? Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, into the forest you doth travel. Okay. So the next map, guys, is pretty big.
Okay.
And you are gonna be, you're gonna want to be. You'll see the road, and you should be able to see all the way over to the left-hand side. Well, you would be able to if Roll20 wasn't being a jerk. All right, hold on. Let me see. Boom. There we go. Move this over here and up. All right. Well, because it was late afternoon, early evening by the time you kind of got here, and with this forest being pretty dense, while there is light still above you, it is pretty shaded and dark. So, did I put you guys on this map? I believe I did.
Not yet.
Nope.
There. All right. You're gonna be.
Holy.
So zoom all the way in. and you'll find yourself on about the middle of the far left-hand side. You'll see your tokens and your little horses. In fact, it should be easy because it's the only area that you can see, because everything else should be...
You ain't giving us nothing.
All right.
Whoa, okay. So if it is kind of dark gore, I think I'll light a torch just to...
Okay. Again, it's not dark. You can
Is it?
see. It's
Okay.
just it's a lot darker than it would be if you were out on the open plains, because of course you've got all the shadow of the trees kind of coming down over the forest itself.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask if I can
Don't
see
want
any
to start
further.
a forest fire.
You
Because of
can,
my
I mean, yeah, you can
special
definitely
eyes.
see further. Up ahead of you, it looks like the road kind of eventually starts to curve, but you see nothing more than you already have. This road, I mean, there are a lot of track marks, there are ruts. It's very clear that this is very, very readily traveled. Logic, and also if you remember that they said that there were road wardens that traveled up and down this road through the forest quite frequently as well. So, while it looks fairly ominous, supposedly, it's reasonably safe.
All right.
Sure.
I mean, if I'm on Shagget, I'm just gonna keep like leading
Yeah,
him
baby.
into the forest. Just keep riding that horse all the way to town. You know.
Yeah, you
If
bet.
I'm on Shagget,
Uh huh.
just that's all you
You
need
heard
to
me?
say.
You heard me.
Just leave it
Yeah,
right there. I'm on
I
Shagget.
I allowed to be ridden.
Yes, you told me.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's reminding.
okay.
You were submissive to me.
All right. Okay.
I obviously will be keeping my eyes and ears peeled, but I mean, if this is really the only way to get through, I'm just gonna push forward.
Yeah, is there like a certain a kind of like how many squares you want us to move? I mean, granted, fog of war and stuff, but
Let's see. Let me check
So we
my
don't-
scale. Scale might not be correct. Let me fix that first. They're set to. Okay, they should be 30. Let me just fix that real quick for you. Boom. Okay. Yeah, I mean, basically, I would say the best thing to do is just move up square by square.
Okay.
For the most part, as I said, it's relatively easy traveling. I'm going to go ahead and polygon reveal as we go.
Where's your snake?
Snack.
Toto. My snake gets wild shaped with me,
Does it?
doesn't it?
Oh.
All your gear and stuff you wear goes with
But
you.
the snake is a living entity. It's not a...
Aw, I haven't been playing with
It's
it
not
too
an
long. It's not
object.
really a lot.
Technically, living things do not polymorph with you.
That's true. All right, so my snake is around my neck like always.
Yep.
Just resting.
Oh, weird. So aren't
It's
horses
wrapped
scared of
around
snakes?
his neck, and then Snugs is holding it by the head and tail and using it as reins.
Cool.
Yeah, while also milking of its venom, like he's supposedly been doing this entire time.
Yes.
All right, just wanted to know.
Okay.
Move
I'm gonna keep. This tactics just keeps falling off the horse. You can't help it.
Sorry. I have to do a quick little bit of work. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's
Can you
okay.
shutter me real quick?
Shutter you, yeah.
Sorry, guys. Thanks.
1 second. Get out.
Does it work for Snugs?
Yeah, probably.
I wish. How funny. I call her during stream. So disrespectful. That'd be so good.
I know you're streaming right now, but do some work.
Yeah, you see me. Hey, a contract just came in. I'm gonna need you to finish this now, okay? And she's like, "Sorry, guys, my boss." But no, it's not me. I would never.
It should be you.
I might, but no, it's not.
It should be you. It should always be you. There you go. All right. Okay, yeah, so you've kind of gone round the bend, continuing forward, following through. I'm going to kind of fast forward a little bit on time. Say you've traveled about another hour and a half at this point. You have yet to see anybody else on the road. It is beginning to get a little darker, however. It is now pretty much dusk, so underneath the canopy, other than a glimpse of light directly above, you can't see very clearly ahead. And to the left and the right of you, the shadows of the trees look pretty dark and dense. Chris Tactics can still, Britannica can still see fairly well into the trees and can still see quite a distance up the road.
So, does the forest... This is going to sound like a stupid question, but bear with me. Does the forest sound natural?
That's not
You know
a
how that
stupid
sounds?
question.
Oh, but the forest natural and kind of implicit. But
Or
Thus
like,
far,
there's
yeah.
no bird chirping. It's just silence.
there's just silent creepiness,
Or does it sound like a guy doing bird noises, you know? Yeah, like birds that don't belong to toucan and stuff.
Hoot! Hoot!
Is that Tristan? Is he there? I want to apologize. Woo-hoo! Okay.
Yep, that's it. Okay. But yeah. No, thus far it does definitely seem to be somewhat natural and nothing unpleasant and bad. Another good 30, 40 minutes.
Good.
However, as you brought that up, Mr. Olekima, I'm going to ask you to give me a dice roll.
Okay.
And we're going to go ahead and get you... Give me... I want to listen check, but I'm going to let you have a +2 on that as a passive bonus because you actually have some skill in knowledge nature.
Okay. So this is with it included. I
Okay.
included it. Oh.
Ooh.
12.
Almost
12's
a
good
20.
enough. Yeah, specifically because you were saying earlier, does it sound natural? And it did. But now you have definitely noticed that there is a lull in the sounds that you've been hearing. You're not hearing the cicadas in the trees or crickets. You're not hearing any owls or anything. Everything has gone very much more quiet.
All right. So, despite Cyrano's continued riding me, I'm just gonna stop dead. Just gonna not screech to a halt, but just stop and.
He just lays there, Cyrano. He's just going to lay there.
I know, God.
Just going to
I
lay
just
there.
stop and tilt my head up like.
I probably go like 5 feet before I realize you stopped, and then I'll stop my horse on Stilo and be like,
Yeah.
He
He
hungry
stopped.
again?
"Like
He
you
just
hungry?
stopped.
I'm gonna stomp on the floor a little bit.
Oh, he's definitely hungry.
You okay,
Hungry?
boy?"
I'm gonna take out an apple with the flat of my hand and take it around so he doesn't bite me. Be very careful with it. Here you go.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Me.
He doesn't want apple. Maybe carrot.
Oh,
you're
maybe
gonna
carrot.
you're gonna see my ears twitching. My ears twitch.
He
Like
needs a scratch.
they're flipping around or
Oh,
whatever ears do.
He was
Whatever
trying to
ears
say something.
do.
Whatever ears do.
What do you hear,
What the
boy?
fuck do ears do? I don't know.
What do ears do?
Horse
Yeah.
ears, man.
Okay.
Swivel.
So I think at this point, if he stops
Why the long face?
if he stops and is actively, it seems like he's trying to pick up on his little horse radars. I would probably take a quick look around to see why he stopped.
Okay.
I'm going to be very quiet for a second so Cyrano can listen and not hear what I'm not hearing.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Yeah,
I think
so,
just because you stopped and your ears are going, I'd probably be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, so Cyrano, you're definitely not hearing what he's not hearing.
Okay.
So that's the thing. That's for sure. But yeah, give me a listen check then, Cyrano.
Sure.
Here today, gone tomorrow. You guys.
Booyah.
20. Okay.
Okay.
in the distance, while you cannot see anything that would fit this description, you can hear a very, very faint crackling sound, like that of a campfire. You probably couldn't hear it if it wasn't for the fact that there are no sounds from nature. But the only thing you're hearing is a very light wind that's kind of rustling through the upper branches of the trees. And every so often when the wind lulls, that's when you can kind of hear very, very faint crackling sounds in the distance.
Okay, I'm gonna
Crack again.
I'm gonna put my hand up to the rest of the party behind me, and I'm gonna turn around to them and go like, "Fire!"
Okay. I'm gonna look around to see if I see any faint light.
It's fire! Whoa, boy! He's getting a little restless on me. Whoa!
Do we smell it?
There's fire ahead. There's fire.
Okay, shut up.
I'm being very quiet.
Okay, a campfire, probably?
I don't know.
Matt's brain is melted because of the smog and
He yells
smoke,
it.
man. Jesus.
So something I would like to do. So I'll say, okay, let's move forward slowly. And for the next 10 minutes, I want to have my detect evil on in like the 60-foot range of me,
Ooh.
and just keep going, but slowly. It's only up to 10 minutes. And see
Okay.
if anything happens while we go. So if I recall correctly, the one guy said one of them made him sick to his stomach. So somebody's evil in that party. So I'm just gonna say.
Or they just could be kind of gross looking, you know?
They just didn't take a shower.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
could be
right.
nice. They're just kind of gross.
No.
Maybe he's being too judgmental.
Fancy being
Could
so
be.
mean that...
He seems like a high and mighty,
All right.
mighty guy.
So I'm gonna, I'm just gonna move ahead for 10 minutes,
All right,
as
okay.
what Annie said.
Right.
Yeah.
So y'all are clip-clopping down the road.
Quietest clip clop you ever
Did
clop.
clip?
Yeah. I mean, horses are
Clip-clop
not
down, clip-clop down
particularly
the road.
quiet when they're being ridden. But
Are they ever?
that doesn't mean you have to
Put
like...
little socks on the horse.
Doesn't mean you have to like... They're stamping up and down, making as much noise as they possibly can, right? So...
I'm just dragging my hooves, so it's like...
Okay. All right. Yeah, let me go ahead and move you guys up a little bit here, just so I can keep up with things. And go ahead and reveal a little more. Okay. All right. So the crackling sound is starting to get a little louder. It's possible that other people probably might be able to hear it now. Now you're a little closer, even though you don't have the cunning audio skills that Cyrano de Yum has. Are you good now, Christy?
Yes, sorry.
Oh, okay, because I
said
hadn't
earlier.
unshuttered
don't know
you,
if you-
so
I don't know if you had heard me.
There you go.
Sorry.
that's all right. All right.
Totally.
So yeah, as you're starting to get further down, you start to see to the right, there appears to be a bit of a clearing in amongst the trees. And go ahead and do this here. There you go. And a very, very, very faint glow can be seen from that clearing. It looks like you may have found the source of the flames of the fire.
Hooray! Is the 10 minutes over on the detect evil?
Probably pretty close by now, yes.
Okay.
Matter of fact.
So wait, yes or no? Like if I walked up to it with the horse.
Well, by the time you get up there, yes. Unless you like jump off the horse or gallop up there.
No. Okay.
Are you going up?
Yeah, I'll probably get off my horse right at the edge here.
All right.
And be like, and stay, boy.
Okay. All right. So let me measure something real quick.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I'll give you something to measure.
None of you had a light source, right?
No.
I have low light vision.
Wait,
though.
I thought Jane said
Yeah.
she lit a torch.
Then
Well,
see in the
she
dark.
said
I see in the
earlier
dark.
she said she was gonna light one if it was dark and she couldn't see, but I pointed out that she could still see.
Oh, okay.
I see in the dark.
I have low light vision.
So I wasn't entirely. I was assuming that she wasn't gonna light one at that point, but
yes. Guess we didn't
but if you want to
clarify.
light one, by all means, it
Okay,
can be lit.
yeah. So would you? Or did you say it got darker the further we went in?
It has gotten darker, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was operating under the fact that Jane had lit one. If she hasn't lit one at this point, I would have lit one the further we got in if I could start not being able to see, because that's kind of my whole deal.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so they see us.
Peeking over.
So in that case, then,
Yeah, but I needed to see.
so where you guys are, there will be a glow of a campfire. So I'm going to kind of show you what you can see based on that. But I'm going to follow the avenue of what you could actually see based on. Right. So you kind of get to the edge and peer down with your torch. You can see numerous bodies laying littered upon the ground, and a large, ominous humanoid shape that is kind of turning his head as he crouches down. And by his body language, it would seem very clear that he has seen you.
Oh, jeez.
With that, you see him raise his left hand and go pointing in your direction. And then he disappears out of view.
Okay, gallop away. Unless that's the wizard.
So the bodies that you can see look like the one closest to you looks like he was kind of like some kind of moderately armored mercenary. The person behind him, all you can really make out is that they weren't armored, and one of them has got like seems to have a long, thick, flowing mane of hair. But beyond that, you can't really tell much. Of course, because it's a good distance down there, and you're only catching glimmers from the glow of a campfire.
Okay.
And we saw someone pointing towards us. We could
Yeah,
see
so
that.
basically
Yeah.
you saw a large, something humanoid, probably
Something's
close
coming
to...
towards us right now.
Yeah, I'm going to get off my little Shagget horse
My
and
little Shagget, my
my little
Shagget.
Shagget, and I'm going to slink into the shadows.
Okay, where are you slinking?
So he pointed going that way. I'm going to go over here.
Okay, all right, go ahead and
What
put
about-
yourself
with
where
your
you want to be.
torch, or did you?
No, I'm dropping the torch now that
Okay.
I saw that. So
Right, so you're just going to drop the torch on the floor and then slink into the trees. Okay.
and I'm going to hide. I'm going to blend in
Okay,
like a
yeah.
chameleon.
In that
would.
case, then you go ahead and give me a hide roll, but you've got I mean, it's dark, and there's a lot of cover there. Of course, if things are using night vision or infravision to see, it's a little different.
True, but I got a pretty high score.
that's right,
So.
you can
Oh,
make those
baby,
up.
baby.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Mache.
All right. So so pretty much
Like a
what you're able to
chameleon,
do
I said.
is you kind of get down in amongst a cluster of
Rambo.
kind of bushes.
Oh my god, I'm gonna ramble all these dudes.
Totally disappear.
Pop in and out of the forest.
Poor
We're
these
gonna have a
poor guys.
montage of Snugs.
Oh, I wish it were raining.
All these
that'd
different
be
weapons he's going to
perfect.
suddenly gear up. Okay.
They're gonna crash me in a helicopter.
So what is Annie going to do, and Stilo, and Alekma and Chris Tactics?
I'm
Okay.
hopping off the horse
Okay.
and readying my action, but I'm gonna stay kind of out so that anybody else that comes at me Why am I hitting the wrong key every time? I'm gonna be like right here,
Okay, so you're gonna like, stand in the
and I'm kind of just I'm
like
gonna
all foreboding in the pathway. Okay,
Let's do this.
Annie.
I'm going to, with Stilo, lean down, and pick up the torch
Okay.
and gallop right here and stand next to Britannica.
All right.
Who are you? And kinda
Okay,
yell out.
and what's Alekma doing?
I'm gonna wild shape back to the humanoid and ready my spear from afar.
Okay, let me go ahead and flip the script on you then. Exit 1 Alekma horse. Enter 1 Alekma druid. Okay. Let's center that a little. Okay. All right. So, you scream down there. Who are you?
Yeah.
There is no reply. But everybody, give me a listen check.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's check.
Oh, Britannica 25, Cyrano 23.
Ooh.
Okay, so ironically, everybody except Annie will hear a very muffled sound. I need to know what languages everybody speaks, because this sound is not in common.
Okay.
Just common for me.
Okay.
I have common, orc, dwarven, and gnomish.
Okay.
Common and Golka, otherwise known as,
Goliath language, yeah. And I
Klingon.
think Christy
That's
is
Klingon,
muted.
right?
Of course, yeah.
she's absolutely muted.
And you're still muted.
Hello.
Crispy, you're muted.
Oh,
Sorry, you're back on the phone. I'll shut you.
So
then.
rude.
I didn't realize you were back on the phone. That's okay.
Panicking.
I will look real quick. That's the easy answer. Let's
She
take a quick
speaks-
look at Britannica's character sheet.
She speaks idiot.
Celestial,
Speaks
Inferno,
the
and
business
Draconic
language.
is what she speaks.
Clown. Oh,
So, yeah, that's a thing.
such a bad neg.
All right.
It's dumb.
So you, in that case, then what you will hear is a very quiet, muffled sound in a language you don't understand. It's a very kind of rough, guttural language. But it is pretty. You hear a
Shh! Korenkiten.
and it's very quiet, but you
I'm so
understand
sorry.
nothing. But you did hear the shush.
Okay.
Okay, sorry guys. There's
You back?
trying to get this offer accepted for another agent. So
Oh.
sorry.
Right. Yeah, that Matt, she's cheating on you.
Oh, I know who it is, and I don't feel bad for her
This
at all.
one is way more work, which is why she keeps calling me. Anyway, sorry. That should be the end. Hopefully, I keep telling her to text me, and then she just calls anyway. So, don't know what to do. Okay, what did I miss? Sorry.
Basically, no one replied
cool. Bye.
to. Nobody replied to Annie when she said, "Who are you?"
Mm-hmm.
But you did. You, Cyrano, and Chris, let's see, you, Cyrano, and Alekma did hear a
Shh! Kretin.
in a language you didn't understand. It was very quiet and low, but that's all you heard.
Okay. And you checked my languages.
I did. You
see-
did not speak
Okay.
this.
Okay, I do have.
You speak angels. You
tongues.
speak angel, demon, and people.
Well, I have tongues. So
Um,
once per day, for 10 minutes, I can understand any intelligent
so
creature.
if you want to engage that, you can,
Yes, please.
which means you will be able to understand anything going forward for 10 minutes.
Yes, I would like
Okay.
that, please.
All right.
Thank you.
Tongues it is.
I don't know if I have that to populate.
I think you do.
Do
Should
I?
be there.
Under spells?
Make sure you're selected when you click the button.
Yeah. Highlight your token first, and then click your tongues macro, and it should.
Yeah, guys.
Nope.
Is it in a different spell section, Shaggy?
Under spells.
I'm blind.
What level is it?
I
Listed
don't know.
under.
It's just a class feature that I.
Yeah,
put
it
in
is
my
for you,
notes.
but it's I wondered where Shagget put it on what level he put it under.
Did you get access to new ones with your level? Is that?
No, this is something I've had. I just keep forgetting I have it till now. But it's not with all my other.
Oh yeah, because you didn't have it listed with the spells you have. It's just the supernatural ability you have.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Though I didn't
That's
put
what I
those
thought.
things.
That's okay though. I know what it does.
Sorry.
You're good.
Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
If you were going to populate it, it would have just been for chat to see. So, but we can
Yeah,
fix that.
you don't
later.
get
Okay.
to see chat.
All right. So yeah, you cast that.
Yes.
All right. What's everybody else doing? Because nothing has changed. Everything has gone quiet.
I take my sword out and get into a battle-ready position, looking all
On the
around
horse.
me. On the horse.
Okay.
I'm following her lead, just readying.
Please speak.
Yeah, come out. We can hear you in there.
We will not harm you. Let's chat.
As you draw your sword.
Yeah.
Well, we might.
Come in peace.
We might hurt them, Annie. We might.
I'm just gonna stay hidden and quiet.
Okay. Alekma,
Thank-
you're just still going to stay back there.
Yep.
Okay.
Just
Center end, is that you?
There is still no sound.
Oh boy. Should we just go look? Okay.
I'm actually I'm going to put my snake on the ground and tell it to slither in to the forest.
Sorry.
Stop. You can have it slither into, not in,
Good.
the forest on this side
Okay.
and kind of travel to get a sense of what's going on, to get a look of things.
All right. So you want the snake to kind of wiggle its way through the trees. Okay.
Yeah.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
What's the level of communing you have with said snake?
It is a dissertation level, PhD. No. I have
Do you have to like wear a little hat and go flather, flather?
well, I have link and share spells, evasion, devotion.
Yeah. So what's the range?
Oh, there's no. I can't communicate with it from afar, but I will tell it to go see and then come back.
Okay. So it has to be
Basically.
like there's no range on how far.
Well, it just it. I'll get back to you. I'll read. I never used the snake. I'm sorry. It's
Yeah, I didn't know whether you could sense its emotions or stuff like that. It depends on, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, hey. All right. Okay. So you've got your snake slinking in through the trees. All right. Other than that, everyone just standing there like a Mexican standoff.
Well, I'm not.
Can
So
I
I'm
see
I
just.
mean, obviously
anything
you're still
else?
like hiding and staying all silent.
Yeah,
and
I'm
ready.
waiting. I'm waiting for it to pop off.
I can't see any more through the darkness with my vision at all. Give me any
Basically,
further-
you're because of where you're standing. The trees either side of you are blocking like clear view, and then at the other end of what you're seeing is more trees. So it's not so much distance that's blocking you, other than cover at this point.
Okay. Then I'm gonna step up a little bit more to this body. I'm like, come on, you cowards, come out!
Take a step forward on the horse too, if you do that.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. You shuffle up to the body. So when you find the body, it appears that the helm that he was wearing is severely crushed in. Something of a significant force smacked him upside the head. There's kind of blood pooled out from underneath his body pretty severely. Whatever it was, smushed him good. It was a serious blunt force trauma to the head. Looking beyond there, you can see that the person that you can see clearly from there. Now, where you're at, let me see. I can probably give you a little bit more of a clearing. There you go. So you can see now what appears to be a small wooden cart at the far end of the clearing. And there are yet more bodies. One of which definitely looks female. Laying on her back, kind of like just thrown out. From this distance, you can't see what killed her, but she is laying kind of very close to another lightly, kind of like green tunic, green pants, sort of almost like a woodsman-y type corpse.
Okay. What do we do? Should I keep going?
Annie, they're gonna jump out eventually. I'm ready for them.
Okay.
Just need to see what these bodies are.
All right. I'm gonna step forward some more and investigate up here.
Okay, so as soon as you get there, you are welcomed to a loud, multi-voiced, and like a war cry of numerous individuals. And now you can see way clearer because you've kind of gone around into the clearing area. And you can probably see down here some too. Alright.
Oh boy. Oh.
So basically what happens is a plethora of very large humanoids come charging forward, stomping over the bodies.
I'm gonna flash them. Can I flash them as fast as possible?
Okay. So it's the first two kind of rush out. So yeah. So we're gonna have an initiative roll. And let's go ahead and crank this out real quick.
Is everybody rolling initiative?
I'm gonna get everybody to roll, but unless you're actually doing something to get involved in the initiative, then it's not gonna matter.
Okay.
All right. So, Alekma. We got Alekma on a 9. All right. Cyrano, Mr. De Yum on a 20. Britannica on a 20. Annie, are you okay, on a 13? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and roll for the thingies. All right. Let's see. That should be that. All right. So they're going there. And then there's one other that I've got to roll on. And he is going. He doesn't have that. Okay. And that one is going on a... There. Okay. Alright, so Cyrano, from your cover, you're probably, other than hearing the roar and the roar and heavy footprints crunching and crashing on broken twigs and stuff like that, you're not going to be able to really probably see it, but you can certainly hear it. Annie, okay. You will see them come charging out from the side of the path, as will Electra. MC!
We sub high.
Gifted a tier 1 sub to me? That's weird how that happened, because I don't... I don't sub to this channel for the simple reason that.
Wow.
But it's because it
Congratulations,
random.
You don't
Happy
even
birthday.
support your own channel.
But I'm not. My
Gord.
thing is,
Your
I'm not in
birthday.
the stream. How did it do that?
2, 3, 4.
Happy birthday!
Hey!
Interesting. Well, thanks, MC. I appreciate that. Now I'll log in as myself and stream twice.
That's how you talk.
Yeah, get
Epic.
in chat.
Awesome sauce. Appreciate it, dude. That's too funny. All right, so what are we doing? Let's see. I got up the viewer count, right? Give yourself a promotion. Yeah. So, as I said, Cyril's doing that. So, Britannica, you actually get to go first, so you can flash. What's the range on your flash? 30?
Let me double check. Sorry, I have to pull that. Yeah, 30 feet.
All right. So you'll get the two closest to you. You'll get him. You'll get him. He's just outside. Okay, so you're going to get the two closest to you, and then the three that are kind of in the middle near the campfire. All right. Okay, so they have to make a which is it? A willpower save? Or is it a fortitude save for that?
Fortitude.
Okay, it sucks. Alrighty, and the DC on that is what?
It's all right.
16.
All right, that gives them about a 50-50. Okay, so let's start. The one wearing the black fur, holding the big club that's to your he's going to pass. The one wearing no shirt directly in front of you. He is going to fail. Okay, so
Nice.
so he's effectively stunned for 1 round, and then he will be at -1 on lots of things for 6 rounds. Okay,
Nice.
going behind him, we'll start with this ogre here, who's kind of what a pretty fellow. Looks like a state trooper. Okay, let's have a look. He is going to also fail. All right, so that's 2 failed. The one behind him is going to pass, and then the last one in that line is going to fail. Okay, well, that's not
Okay.
too bad. So
Not bad.
you got 3 out of the 5. Pretty decent.
Nice.
Okay, so those are effectively stunned. Now you get to do that as your free action. So what do you want to do now?
So you said one of the ones that was up next to me. Did you mark them, or am I missing that? Which ones are?
I can put a mark on them if you want me to.
You don't have to. But...
Yeah, just maybe so we know too, because
Yeah.
we
Gonna
might
ask
get lost
again.
in it. Yeah. With them when they start moving around, it might be tough to keep track.
I will. Let's see. It's a good
Okay.
color.
Izzy, shag it.
Yeah, I'm gonna tint them kind of a yellowy color,
Okay.
or yeah, so you'll know.
Perfect. Okay, so that.
And that last one failed. Okay, hold on. Not you, the guy next to him. Alrighty. Okay, so the ones that are kind of yellowed out, they are the ones that are stunned for 1 round. And then they will be at -1 on to hit and saving throws and skill checks and stuff like that for 6 rounds after that. Okay, so yeah. So what do you want to do, Britannica?
I'm going to hack at this boy right here.
Which one?
The other one right next to me.
The one who is not currently stunned, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let him have it. Wield that axe of justice.
Screen is being very strange. There it goes. Oh, did I not hit? Let me try it again. Full attack. Yes.
All right, 2
Ooh.
mighty axe swings. That's 3 axe swings.
Why'd you roll 3?
Oh, what? The other one
Resub.
Reroll bot resubbed.
Oh, goodness.
Man, I tell you,
Getting silly.
these random. That's too funny. These random subs that it's dishing out. That is hilarious. Oh man. You know, the bot appreciates your kindness. That's hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. Let's see.
Damn, Brit's a beast, man.
1 minute.
Yeah, that hits horde.
Horde.
Hits
It
horde.
should only be that double one, not the other one.
You probably hit on all 3. So
There you go, Reebok.
I don't think it matters.
It
Yeah, I know,
seemed
but
worthy. Hey, he's put in an awful lot of time, that's for sure.
He works the hardest of us all.
Okay, so we're ignoring the bottom one, right? It's just the top one? Or
Yeah, that's the double one that I got. Unless the 21 doesn't hit, then I want you to take that one instead.
Man, if that 20 doesn't hit, I'm
I
in trouble. I'm just gonna
I
stay hidden
see.
in these bushes.
You see?
no, both of those will hit. So that's a combined 35 points of damage. All right, viciously and aggressively. Yeah, you're gonna take that one out straight off the bat. So,
Oh, nice.
how do you want
Awesome.
to? How do you want to?
I want
Deal
to come
with
down
him.
on him with one hit, and then I'm gonna chop his head right off.
All right,
from the back.
okay.
Bam.
All right. Well, the guy next to him would probably be
Scared?
scared, except he's completely out of it and stunned and doesn't know what just happened. So,
Dang it.
all right.
Cleave.
It is
Oh, wait,
their
can I cleave?
turn to
Cleave.
react.
I can cleave. I can cleave.
You can if you have
cleave, I
cleave.
can
Then
cleave.
I can cleave. I can cleave.
yeah. So you can have
Thank
a
you,
with
guys.
cleave. You get to make
Oh.
an attack on the stunned one as well.
Genius.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, that might be one of the funniest jokes you've ever made for real. That was so good.
I
That
got
was
like
so
two according
good.
to you. That's not a full attack though, right? It's only a
It's just a single attack.
a
Yeah.
single, right? Okay, this is a new thing for me.
A single cleave. Now, if you get greater cleave later, you can continue to cleave as many people are as if they keep falling.
Cleave and cleave and cleave.
That's a hit for 17 though. So
Yes.
all right. So yeah, you smack one solidly and then swing around and lop his head off. And before your axe runs out of momentum, you bury it in the guy next to him. Not a bad start.
I'll take
Okay, it
Not
is
a bad
their
opening
turn.
salvo.
Ultra combo.
Do I not go this round, Gore? I rolled a 20 as well.
If you want to, you can.
Well, you told me I couldn't see what was happening, so I would have just made my way to the edge of the brush to get a.
Okay. Yep.
answer. That's all I would have done.
So that would be your full action
yep,
because of the
that's-
slower movement.
I just
but once
wanted
you're
to-
there, you can clearly now see
That's
the
all I wanted to do.
fiasco that is afoot. Okay.
Yep. That's all I was going to do anyways.
All right. So the remaining ogres that can do anything. So this one is going to bulldoze over to here and attempt to smash you with his club. This one is going to bulldoze over to here and attempt to smash you with his club from the other side. So, in their guttural language, they're yelling at each other as they move in, and you notice that they are very deliberately coming in from both sides. Like, they're not stupid. They're not intelligent, but from a combat standpoint, they realize you're clearly quite formidable. And lining up to be
now?
mowed down would be dumb. So, they are going to charge up and make an attack with their great weapons.
What do they? You said they spoke, Gore?
Yeah, don't I understand them now?
Oh, yes, you do, because
Yeah,
you
yeah.
cast tongues. Okay, So yeah,
I
basically,
should have done that. Sorry. Sorry.
yeah, hey,
Sorry.
I forgot.
I'm just so excited that I did a good. I'm sorry.
that you did a good. I'm so
Sorry.
excited that I did a good.
Please don't just forget that one.
Yep. No, so basically, yeah, he rushes forward, and as he does so, he's yelling to the other one, "Other side! Other side!"
Ah.
So he's kind of like, so literally they're like coming at you from either area. Okay, the one to your left swings his huge handmade club, but you're quick and easily able to duck underneath it. The other one follows suit and whirls in with his weapon. And also will miss the target. Okay, let's see.
So Noah's just gonna take a nap. I think she's got this handled. I'm good. I'm good in here.
You're all gonna wake up soon.
He is going to just move up to here. What's your... So, that's all of them that can do anything this round because of the stun. So now, technically, Annie, you are up.
Nice.
So yeah, you're able to suddenly see all of these things come rushing out from behind the cover of the trees
Okay.
and start to swarm Britannica.
I would like to do an epic move where I whisper something into Stilo's ear.
She'd like to
And
do
then, here's what you see happen. Stilo starts... Oh god, this is gonna go poorly. Stilo runs in this direction. He's gonna keep running, but I'm gonna jump off right when I can land behind this guy. And Stilo, I directed him to cause chaos, so he's just gonna run around the camp, just acting like a crazy horse. Yeah, horse fever. While I land
Horse
perfectly
fever.
and attack
Horse
this
scratch
guy.
fever.
That's
All
what
right,
I'm
so
gonna do.
basically, so you were here. What's the movement on that? Let me see.
Stilo runs at 50 feet.
So yeah, so he can basically, so that would count as your movement. So here's what I'll do. If you can give me a successful either jump or tumble, DC 15 off of a galloping horse,
Okay, negative.
I will allow you to make an attack.
Alright, we're gonna go for a jump.
Not
Yeah,
the easiest thing to do in plate
Tumble's
mail.
not good.
I mean, plate mail.
And as I jump
Annie?
off, I want to let go of my torch to land it in somebody's face, too. Alright, let's go. Jump.
Yeah, your face.
Oh,
Yeah, no. Okay. You're off the horse, but you're gonna crash down onto the ground heavily in a loud
Can I
clump.
crash onto an orc?
These are so not orcs. These things are almost 10
whatever
foot
they
tall.
are? Oh, shit.
Yeah, these are large. They are
They catch you.
big dudes. Yeah, it catches you by the throat and then just goes
Alright, I regain.
spins around with his
They all
attack
go like
opportunity,
this.
batters up.
oh boy.
Everybody in this clearing goes
Oh.
like this. Even the stunned ones are like.
I giggle because she's tried her
Okay,
best.
well the good news is because he is very preoccupied with Britannica, I don't believe he would make an attack of opportunity. But the bad news is you're not going to be able to make an attack either because you're going to have to get your ass up off the crumpled ground before you can do that. Leaping off a galloping horse in plate mail, never a great idea. I've tried it many times, always goes wrong.
I'm gonna always try, Gore.
Hey, one of these days, though, you will
It's
succeed.
gonna work.
So, all right. Okay, this dude here at the back. All right. One with the helm. Up there. Right. Yep. Alrighty. He is going to hurl a javelin at your horse. Alright, so yeah, he kind of, as the horse comes crashing in, there's this one bigger ogre. Now this guy is larger probably than the rest by about 1.5 feet. He has a huge halberd with him, but you notice as you kind of run in, he reaches behind, pulls out a javelin, and flings it in the direction of Stilo, and it just kind of goes and buzzes across Stilo's back and rattles through into the trees. Okay. Alekma.
I am going to use my movement to move up as far
Mr.
as I can.
Valakanathi.
And I am going to take my own spear
Uh-huh.
and aim it up in the sky and have it hopefully land on the stunned ogre that started the combat. The first
So you're
one I
going
had
to try
my
to like
eyes.
dunk, you're going to try to like lob it and have it donkey drop down?
Yeah.
Okay.
On the stunned one.
So -4 to do that unless you're going to do something specific to try to...
No.
Okay.
Gonna risk it for the biscuit. This is the one that Brit hurts?
Britt has already given him a good...
Oh.
Given him a good splat. Okay. Yep. So it kind of goes up, but it's a difficult shot to make. You basically overcompensate, and it lands in the ground behind him.
Yeah,
All right.
I click it
With
back.
that, these 3 ogres are now no longer stunned. They are, however, still at -1 on lots of things. So, new round, Cyrano and Britannica.
Yes.
You both basically go at the same time, but
Okay, so this one's still. Oops. This one's still standing. Yeah.
oh yeah,
One right
yeah.
next.
There's
Okay.
you've only one.
Only got
of
the
them
one.
is out of action so far.
And that's the one Christy cleaved, if I remember correctly.
It is.
Okay,
no,
so I'm-
Christy cleaved this one that's yellowed out.
Oh, she
behind
did?
him.
Okay. That's okay. That's okay. I'm going to... And those guys are coming in. So I'm going to use my ability...
Just-
Shadow Shift.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not going to go too far, but because these maps are huge, it's still like more than 20 feet. I'm going to go right here,
All right.
right next to him.
Okay.
Just go and just form, and then just stab both
So
of
you're moving in to technically be behind him, though, right? That's the goal.
Yes.
So you're going. Okay. Yep.
Yep.
All right. Yep. So you do your shadow shift. You appear behind him out of the blackness.
Okay. And here's my first and my second.
That will hit for 7. That will hit for 3.
Ooh, nice.
So roll up that
Sneak attack.
the sneak attack damage.
And it's 2, so it's 8d6 now?
Is it? Are you up on 4d6?
Uh-huh.
Sure.
Okay. Sneak attack!
Ooh,
Ooh,
wow.
yeah, baby!
Good.
Damn.
All right. And do you have a third attack? No, you don't have that
I
yet.
do
you?
not.
Okay. Doesn't matter. That's enough to take him out. How do you want to end him?
Yes.
I'm essentially... so I'm going to... And I still have my movement after this, right?
Yeah,
I haven't
because
mo- I
you
haven't
didn't
moved yet.
technically use a move. You used a free action to get there.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just go... pew, give him 2 little stabs and go, ha-ha! And then cartwheel away into the bushes over here to hide again, because that's 30 feet, it's my movement, and I can get into that brush.
Well, there's that wooden cart right there. as
I'm cartwheeling right over that cart.
cartwheeling over the cart. Okay.
Yeah. Ha-ha! And
I was just pointing it out if you wanted,
cartwheel.
in case you wanted to like dive in it, behind it.
Well, I just mean to get myself covered, wherever
So the
that
cart
is
is
over
a
there.
very short, small cart. It's not like a typical cart. It's almost like a glorified wooden chariot.
Basically, all they see is this guy appear, stab a giant person,
And then-
kill them, and then into the darkness, back
Love
into the
it.
shrubs.
Yeah, can we remove 66 of his damage because of that little laugh he did, please?
No.
'Cause,
No.
Yeah, and it gets quieter as I cartwheel, so it's like stab, ha ha! And then you hear from the shrubs,
I hate you, Matt.
Epic. Okay.
and I'm just in there.
All right, Britannica, you've got 2. You've got the one that you hit before, and then there's this guy that's over on the other side.
Okay, how does the one I hit before look?
Um,
He's still out.
He's
right?
got a nasty cut to remind him he was in a battle, but he doesn't look particularly phased.
Okay. I'm gonna go for and they're still stunned, right? These glowing.
No, they are no longer
Oh,
stunned.
that's
They only
fine.
get stunned for the round. They are considered dazed now, which means that they are at -1 to
Okay.
attack,
Gotcha.
saving throws, and skills. So,
Okay, then I'm gonna continue to whack on that guy.
okay, so you're going to hit the guy that you've been working on already.
Yes.
All right. Bring that axe of justice into play.
I'm gonna not touch it. Trust that it did.
There it goes.
Nice.
2 solid hits. That will end him quite sufficiently.
Whew.
By all means, give us a description of how he gets taken out, if you wish.
Okay, I'm gonna throw my axe into him, and I'm gonna like hack into his shoulder right here, and it's gonna get stuck, and I'm gonna like kick off of him back to like pull it out and like just like hang off. Like,
Okay.
Push him back,
All right.
Cleave.
and then cleave the other guy.
And then you- Yep. Go for it.
Cleave, cleave, cleave. Okay.
Cleave.
I can cleave. I can
I can
cleave.
cleave.
I can
I can cleave. I can cleave. I can cleave. I can cleave. I can
There's
cleave.
so many different
I can
ones
leave, you
do.
can die. That was pretty good.
I can cleave. You can die.
Oh my god, Gore, that's perfect. That's good. You gotta
I
write these down.
believe
guys.
I can kill this guy.
Think about it every
that I killed this guy.
Just hack and slash away.
Do I
Through the woods all night and day. Sorry. Okay. We'll stop now.
Are you sure? Do we have to?
keep going?
And I rip out his throat. Throw into that little boat.
Oh,
Watch him sail away. I believe I can cleave.
yay.
Okay. Was that the cleave attack?
Yes, that last
Oh,
one.
you did it,
Yeah.
okay.
That's a
Sorry.
hit for 15. All right.
It's busy.
Yep, so you stick your axe in that guy. Awesome sauce. It is now ogre time. So
Is it?
we have ogres that are still alive, gonna move in.
For the moment.
Maybe move him to the front so that so he can stomp all over his buddies.
Thank you for coming to me, so I don't have to go to you.
No, you don't want to do a cool jump move again?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
No, you don't want to copy
so
me.
we've got a line of
somersault?
ogres queuing up here. All right, so yes, one of them, he's going to beat you to the punch. So he charges over as Annie is attempting to get up. And he is going to bring that axe crashing, or that huge
hurt
club
me.
crashing down. Do you have any Dex AC bonus?
Do I? No.
Okay, then it doesn't matter. Your AC is going to be the
way.
same either way.
Damn it. Yeah, it hits.
All right, so he brings his mighty club crashing down for
I believe I can believe.
Ooh.
20.
Ah! Fine.
Oh.
Ouchie.
Yeah.
Mama. Do it, James.
My mind's telling me, ow.
Oh, I could do it up to the mic.
But my body, my body is
Oh, the hesitation first.
I know. You had to get ready for it.
The hesitation was the best.
Okay. All right. The one that you had already hit, Britannica. All right. He is coming in. He's at minus, so he only gets +7, not a +8.
You missed.
I will
Lucky.
miss. All right. I'm gonna roll for the other regular ogre. He is not stunned, so he will get.
Oh.
Okay. We're gonna see if that confirms as a crit.
No. I don't like it.
Because
No.
it works both.
Oh.
Fortunately, it doesn't. Fortunately,
There
it
we go.
doesn't.
Oof.
All right. So he is gonna belch you with his club for 16. And
Ouchies.
then we've got the big boss ogre.
What?
What?
Oh yeah, this guy that has the big two-handed halberd, the one that threw the spear, that's about a foot bigger than the others.
Oh, the kind of grayish one.
This dude.
They're all bunched up. It's hard
Yep.
to see.
Yep. Yeah, dead bodies everywhere. ogres
Yeah,
everywhere.
littering the battlefield.
Littering. Okay, he is going to. So basically, he comes charging forward, and as he does so, he's like, "Ah!" And like you can see saliva flying out of his mouth, and his eyes are going bloodshot. And like a malignant psychotic, he charges into the fray. And brings that huge halberd to bear, and will hit. Alrighty.
Plus 16.
I don't like that.
Yeah, this dude's a.
Terrifying.
Hachi much. That almost hits me just.
That almost hits me just
He will-
looking at it.
He will hit me no matter what unless he fumbles. And even if he fumbles, he hits me still.
All right. The huge halberd is gonna come in for. Let's see. Oh, I used all that. So he's not just gonna do standard damage. He's gonna hit you for 22, Chris Tactic.
-5.
Yep. Take off your little bit of heat off of that. All right. That is all of the ogres. Annie, are you okay? So you've got to use your movement to stand, unless you want to fight from the ground, of course.
I use my movement to stand, and I have an ogre right in front of me, so I only get one attack, right? Because
Yep.
it's not a full attack. So, yeah, I use Serenity's Fury.
Stabby, stab, stab.
I'm going to use smite
Sharona.
evil. Smite evil to add my charisma bonus to my attack roll and 1 extra point of damage per paladin level. So that's
What are you doing?
plus 7. Smite eat. Sorry. Yeah.
Smiting!
Smite.
Alrighty. Go for the smite.
Sure. Will do. 4 additional power attack bonus. Additional bonus.
See if he's
7.
smitten with you.
There we go. Hit, please.
Smitten. Oh, smitten. Ooh, that was
Crit?
good.
Was that a 20? Oh, still crit though.
No, it's not, but it's a scimitar.
Yes.
So that does confirm a crit.
What a damage.
Four.
That's 34.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Damn.
Double damage?
And
Is that without the smite?
That's with the smite.
that's
Oh, it
with
is,
the
okay.
smite. Okay.
Double
Yeah, so
dodge.
basically he comes running over and goes thump and smacks you, and you retaliate with a killing blow. How do you do it?
Ooh, it just slashes across his shoulder blade, and that's all. It's a nice normal death. No head chopping, no leg chopping.
So you just reach
Nice
up and go.
normal death.
A normal ogre death.
Normal
And
ogre
I go, and cleave to my right.
Ooh.
I hear-
Yeah, because you also have cleave, don't you? Yep.
I do.
All right.
Yay.
Oh, just there we go.
Y'all are dishing
Feeling
it.
the
Y'all are
bloodlust.
dishing it out.
Nice.
Damn.
That'll hit him, so that's more damage for him. He's looking pretty beat up.
Okay,
He's been the recipient of a couple of cleaves now.
the fire dies down in my eyes as I control my emotions.
All right.
And Stilo runs around the back.
Alrighty. And okay, so Stilo's gonna charge round back.
And hit the same guy that I just hit with his little hooves.
Okay. Stilo
One
technically
hoof
will get
attack.
flanking. Because he's coming in from behind, and Britannica is up front. So yeah,
There's
hoof
his one
attacks.
hoof attack. 18, I don't know.
That's a hit.
It is? Alright, one of these.
He's gonna trample the ogre.
Nice.
There you go. 6 damage.
That's enough.
Nah!
Yes.
He
All
just
right, so
hooked
yeah, the
in
horse comes
back.
up behind
His
him.
spine's just crushed by a horse hoof.
No horse kill steel.
Yeah.
Kill Stilo.
Yes.
Stilo
that's good.
cleaves! Alright.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do, just to clear up the battlefield for you guys a little bit, I'm
Please.
going to move
I
some
can
dead
do
bodies.
anything.
You know, we'll pile them back up after the fact, but for now, nope, I'm moving you out the way just so I can pick up a corpse.
The bodies hit the floor.
Yeah. You have a large quantity of ogre. There are now more dead ogres than there are dead people, almost.
Oh wow. Why are these ogres
Are they so mean? Is that what you said?
Weak.
Oh, well, one just hit Britannica for
Well, you know,
26,
you guys
so I
are
don't know
pretty.
about
I mean,
that.
y'all are level 7
watch your
badasses.
mouth.
So I mean, let's be real. If you were just plebs, you'd be in trouble.
Yeah.
I guess I got half health on one hit, so I
There you
get
go.
it.
Yeah.
All right, Alekma.
I am going to get my spear back and charge this one over here and try to impale it.
Okay.
Run over and just.
All right.
That's exactly the sound I made. All right. For 12. Just jack.
All right. Yep. You charge in and give him a jolly good poking with your spear for 12 points of damage. Okay. Start of the next round. Serenodium.
Yes. Well, it's something I don't really want to do, but I
Okay,
I should.
in case you haven't noticed, you definitely, as you're kind of out of the main fray, you will definitely hear a muffled sound to your left going.
What does he look like?
It is
what
a
does this-
woman.
What does this look like? Oh, okay.
That just disappeared apparently.
Yeah, she gone.
Did you just say, oh, okay?
Well, I thought it might have been some like big beef warrior.
No.
Not that I'm saying she
The only
couldn't handle
reason you'd
herself.
save them?
No, I'm just saying if they could
It
help in
could
the
still
fight.
be a beef warrior as
Yeah,
a woman.
Okay.
Excuse
So
me.
basically, it
Is it a beef woman? Is she a beef woman?
No, she's not a beef woman. She's pork.
Okay, well there you go.
No.
Pork woman.
But basically, she's got like her hair is kind of tied up in a very neat top knot, but her clothes are ripped and torn and very raggedy looking. In fact, it looks like she's almost down to underclothing. Like she doesn't really have proper clothing on anymore. She is chained
Yikes.
or kind of to this makeshift bar that seems to have been like really what it looks like is some of the ogres got a huge big log, stuck it in the ground and chained her to it, so she's like, unable to move. And she has got
Okay.
a very large, thick, black piece of cloth gagging her. That's why she's muffled.
Okay.
Okay, but anyway, I digress. That's what you were aware of, but what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna run my full movement behind the big boy ogre since that's really one of the only ones left.
Okay.
And as I kind of scurry along as quietly as I can, as I run past her, if she sees me and kind of locks eyes with me, I'll be like, I'll be right back, kind of
Yeah,
that thing,
yeah.
and run behind this ogre to attack him for one attack here.
All right. Have a stab.
Have a stab at it. Hiya! Ha-cha-cha-cha! Yikesy!
Oh,
And we have a fumble.
Fumble Rooski.
one.
Okay. 2. You misstep and trip.
Ooh.
You fall prone and must use an action to get back to your feet. Yep. So you run over, and as you
watching
do
where
so,
you're
you
going.
trip on
Yeah,
the
I was like,
corpse.
I'll be right there. Ah!
Trip on the corpse laying on the ground.
Oh no, you dummy.
The big, huge ogre just kind of glances back and goes, "I'll get to you in a minute."
Well, he probably didn't see me, right? He looked back, and since I'm so small, he was like, "Oh, this is nothing there," and
It's
then went
possible
back
he
to
heard a. Okay, Britannica.
Yeah.
So you have the big, huge, extra tough-looking ogre with this massive halberd,
Yeah.
and then you have the other one.
I'm going for big boy. Ooh, do I get a
Alright.
flanky now though? Right?
Well, probably
Or is-
not.
Do I
Do you what?
get a flanky?
No, because he is not a threat. He is on his ass.
Yes, I am.
You're not a threat. You hear that?
He doesn't
Yeah.
count. He's not threatening the ogre as he's trying to.
Gosh darn it.
Well, let the ogre remember that then.
He's taken no damage. It's only his pride that is hurt.
I forgot to hit the other one, so I'm
remember
gonna
that.
roll one more time.
That's okay. That will hit.
And then here's the other one.
Is this one at -5, Chrissy? Did you minus
Yeah, we'll just
5?
minus 5. Yeah.
It's still a hit.
Oh, sorry, I didn't
All right,
realize I needed
so
Still got him.
okay, so you're hitting him. Let me see. All right, so take that off of that hit and that off of that hit. Okay, so that is a... Okay, you slap him twice with your huge celestial axe, but he just grimaces through the pain. Take the pain! Take the pain! And he is still holding strong.
Oops.
It is now their turn. Okay, Alekma, you have drawn the attention of one of them.
Yeah.
You sounded so enthusiastic.
Sounds like a car driving pie.
Yeah.
Kareem's car.
Yeah, that's absolutely it. It's of
Oh
course.
no.
All right. He brings his huge club to bear, crunching you for 12.
Ouchies.
All right. Psycho Ogre. Right. You see his muscles flex as he kind of takes a huge breath and then opens wide his gate to swing with all of his might.
No.
Right, we are dropping his to hit because you fix him to
he's-
get power attack.
Power attack.
Oh, no,
boy.
he's got a really
Christy's
hurt.
worst enemy.
Oh my goodness.
Even if you hit her, she won't understand it, Gore.
The math won't make any sense to me.
Right, and he's going to use 6 of those. So
You're gonna melt her brain.
It's even
Oh,
scarier when you don't understand.
Oh, it's a double-handed.
all right, so he's not using a plus 16 to hit. He's only using a plus 8.
Still misses.
Oh,
Yes!
16. All right,
Oh
you're lucky.
God.
Yeah, basically
I duck
you
under.
duck, and it's like, and you can feel the force of the blow and the wind coming off this thing. So yeah, luckily for you, he did indeed miss. Alrighty, and that's both the remaining ogres. So Annie, you are up. What are you gonna do?
Oh, I'm gonna join. I'm gonna run to the back here and see that Cyrano is down, and I'm gonna
Okay.
help him up.
All right.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Alright, so you're going to run over and help Cyrano to his feet.
I'm like, oh, Cyrano. I was gonna attack, but then I see Cyrano go, "Ah, Cyrano, and I like pull him up. And
Okay,
I guess that's
alright.
probably.
Alekma,
plan.
I am going...
reeling from your
Wait,
recent
wait.
ogre thump.
Oh, there's might be
Wait.
more.
Oh, my horse does a full attack on the dude.
Okay.
Ah, yeah. I'm the dude.
Yeah, I think there's 2 of these.
He gets flanking
Full
still.
hoofs attack, yes. 18 and 23.
Okay. 1 will hit.
Okay. And 8 and I don't feel like doing the bite. Okay.
Okay.
8.
Alrighty. Yeah, he... You know, Steelu's cloven hoof just comes crashing down, like, and grazes
Ew.
down his back, but he almost doesn't seem to pay any attention to it at all. Okie
Dumb
dokie.
horse.
Alekma, then you're up.
I'm gonna retaliate with my spear on the one that I'm fighting.
Thump me with your huge club, shall you?
Oh my god!
Oh, and we
What
have...
kind of retaliation is
no.
that?
A 1.
Wait, there's more! Yes, I fumble, obviously.
5. Your poor foot placement means you must
Aw.
regain your balance. You forfeit and any remaining attacks this round, and you shall go last in the initiative order on the next round, which doesn't affect you because you're last anyway.
Anyway, and in other news, my very brave snake comes out of the forest and tries to bite its heel.
Okay.
So
Snake bite.
maybe-
Snake bite.
So this is going to be the killing. I was hoping this would be a killing blow, but it's not going to be any blow.
And your snake
Oh
fumbles.
no.
Goodness, you too.
Don't roll the fumble. Don't roll
A
the fumble.
1.
Okay, your snake was distracted. I guess a mongoose probably ran by. And it gets -4 to
Yeah.
hit on its next attack.
Ricky Tiki Tabby.
Or
ran
maybe
by.
it saw me
like-
fumble
he was
too,
like,
and it was like, what?
Snake was too busy laughing at you to pay any attention to actually trying to fight.
No.
Oh no.
Snake goes. Okay, Cyrano.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
I'm gonna hit him this time, Gore.
Go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at
idea.
Annie and go, my lady, excuse me, ha! And drive both of my daggers into
Make
him.
2 attacks then. Go for it. Full attack.
Yep, 1 attack and a 2 attack.
Both will hit. That does 6 points.
Yes.
How can you own? Oh, because it's the dagger. That's why. It's not enhanced in any way, is it? Okay.
The second one, no.
Yeah. Okie dokie.
And that would be sneak attack as well, I believe.
No, because he is aware of you and
He
now
is?
side on. Yeah.
I didn't do anything to him. I fell.
Yeah, but Annie run over there, so if you notice, he turns because he saw Annie run over there.
Oh, he
so
did?
he's turns to kind of make sure he doesn't have
Sorry.
anybody behind him. So the only thing behind him right now is the horse.
Okay.
So
So horse
people
can get
generally
attacked.
don't just let you stay, like, you know, they usually don't allow people to just run behind them and do nothing. So,
Well, Jay did all the whole first campaign.
yeah, but you know, that's Jay.
Cool. So 6 damage.
Yep. Hey,
Yep, good job.
it's better than nothing.
Great.
Britannica.
Happy birthday,
You get a
happy
choice,
birthday.
big dude or little dude, who was also a big dude.
I want big dude.
Okay. Bring it.
Flank because of.
Yes.
I'm hella threatening now.
Yep, flanking.
Yeah, now he's got to be threatened, right?
6 points of damage. If that's not a threat, I don't know what is.
Both you.
Yep, you got flanking. So, yep,
Okay.
+2 on each of these. Get him. Yeah, the orcs, I mean, the regular ogres are cannon fodder to you guys. This guy is a little tougher.
Whittle him down.
Neither one of those will hit.
No, such good damage
no.
too.
What the fluky?
Both of them were incredibly close. The first one, you bring the axe in, and he brings the end of his halberd up, ching, and deflects it right before it hits him in the head. Spin around, and he brings the shaft of the halberd back across and kind of like clashes against the handle of your hand axe to stop it before it hits him, or your battle axe. Okay, and it is his turn. He is, with a huge toothy grin, goes and brings that massive halberd to bear once more. And he is doing the same as he did before. He's throwing caution to the wind. And 17.
Oh,
Big idiot.
That's a miss as well. Yep. All right. Yep, it goes whirling past you and ching, and a huge big clunk of dirt goes up in the air. As he's like, "Ah!" looking really pissed off and upset at this point. Which he already was, but, you know, now he's got a reason to be. Okay, Annie. There's the one that Lekma is
Okay.
fighting, and there is the one that Britannica is trying to do battle with.
Yeah, I'm going to. I feel like I'm closer to the one that Britannica's fighting. So
You are,
I'm
for
gonna
sure.
Go in here and do a full attack.
Okay.
With my, I
Yeah,
have
you'll
one
get
more
you'll get flanking.
Yeah, I have one more smite left, so I'm going to use it.
Cue up the smite.
Okay, 10 plus 4, additional 7. Full attack. Yes. 2 slashes.
oh, it's a 20.
Natural 20!
All right, and a confirmed crit, no less.
Wow.
Needed that.
Okay, so
Needed that.
yeah, congrats on that. Let's go ahead and sort
See what
that
happens
out.
when you pity vote? You get rewarded, Chet.
You get rewarded.
So you get
Tara
for
picks
pity
it
voting.
most, so yeah, I always get the vote. Don't worry.
All right, okay. So let's see. Go to the betting and let's see who voted on. This is
see.
Anna.
Let's see who was smart.
All right, there you go.
Hammer.
Open-handed badger, hammer, terrapixels, and Glorious Creator. You guys wind
smart.
gold. All right, so let's just see
Done.
damage. So we got 16 and 17. Okay, 4 and
Hey.
the 34. And then that is 9. Okay. All right, so at this point, you are... I mean, most of the blows have been very superficial, but you opened up a large gash on his left forearm, and you can see blood is now beginning to flow down his arm. He is still very much in this fight, but it is now becoming very clear that he is starting to breathe heavier and is struggling a little bit. All right, Alekma.
Come on, Alikma.
I'm gonna try to hit this thing. In the
Honestly,
same
think that's the first
spirit as
time I've
Matt.
won with a Jane bet.
Stabby stab. Maybe. Huh?
Come on.
21 is a hit for 15.
And a snick bite. Yeah, that misses. So yeah,
And
that's
that
it.
misses, and... Okay, he is wincing in pain and struggling to stay on his feet.
Good.
His eyes are a little glossed over, and he's looking very shaky, but he is still alive. All right, Cyrano.
Okay, I am going to use a well, let me see here. So I move. If I move here, what if I move 5 feet? So if I move 5 feet, not out of his range, can I move to there and
Yep.
attack him?
And you won't give up an attack of opportunity, because you're
Cool.
not...
Oh,
So yeah, you can definitely move there and make an attack on him.
Cool.
And that would be a surprise attack, because he is clearly not... he is unaware that you're there, because he's
Okay,
only
cool.
been dealing with one person this entire time.
Yep, that's what I'm going to do. First attack, second attack.
Both of those are hits.
Okay. And snack
I
attack.
think this guy's done for.
oh.
There you go.
Boy.
Hey, just once again, you don't do a whole lot of
No.
damage in open combat, but
No.
when you get to do what you do best, you're taking this guy out. How you want to kill him?
Okay. I'm going to. Alekma is just going to see this guy kind of like wince and then crumple down. And as the guy the body falls in front of him, he's going to see me there like.
Oh my god, I love it.
I hate you.
All right, nice. Britannica, think you've only got one thing. There's only one person to really worry about anymore. This
Oh, I want
huge,
it
big,
anyway.
giant, psycho ogre barbarian dude.
Yes, and I still get
Flanking.
yeah with Horsey
Yep.
pal.
The horse is a horse, of course, of course.
Attack!
All right, get those axes going. And one hit for 20. All right, he's still up. Again, taking
Horsey.
damage, and it's his turn. And he is doing the same.
But he failed twice.
Yeah. But he is, again, he knows he can't win this fight with skill. It is all just brute force for him.
Don't like it.
Oh.
No, he got
This
me.
time.
Oh no.
There is no this time.
I cool.
All right, so that's a plus. So that is...
Get on my calculator.
Okay, you ready?
Nerd.
Okay.
Been so scared.
Ouchies.
Oh,
38 points of damage.
goodness gracious.
Minus
Well,
5.
Okay, he comes crashing down
I'm
with
God.
one of the strongest and mightiest blows you've ever received in your life.
And I fall to the ground. Wet.
Are you down?
Really?
Yep, I'm down.
All right.
Wait,
Then
how
he
much
is
has he been
cleaving.
hit?
No.
Oh shit.
And
Oh,
he
shit.
is going to
I'm not dead.
cleave. I'm going to roll this perfectly randomly because there's 3 of you in range because he has a long enough range to hit any of you.
Hey,
so-
I didn't do anything to this man.
but you are also the one he can see clearly in front of him.
It's like
Son of a-
buddies.
So 1, 2, it's Shagget. 3, 4, it is Cyrano. 5, 6,
God.
it will be
oh,
Annie.
what the pookie?
Good luck, gang.
shit.
Annie, welcome to the shit show. Okay.
At least you can take it.
But he can't power attack it,
I don't know
so
if I can take a hit.
Oh no!
You might miss. You might miss.
What the? What? Guys, what's happening here?
What?
This was going so well.
it was. You butchered a lot of ogres, but then there's this dude. Okay.
Do
It's
something.
fine.
Use a spell.
All right.
Guardian,
yeah,
let
so
me-
there's no power attack on this.
Okay, good.
That's the good
No,
news.
Patronum.
But
Recto ejecto.
chances
Recto
are
ejecto.
he's not going to miss.
Terrible diarrhea.
He still hits.
Oh man.
But at least it's not a power attack. So
At least.
the blow will
Oh,
strike.
thank
Oh,
God.
he rolled badly.
Wow.
The minimum he can do 15. So you're still in the fight.
So lucky.
Oh.
Okay, can you turn him the other way so he doesn't look?
Well, I mean, yeah, he at this point, yeah, he would kind of be like here now as he just
Jesus Christ.
hurled. So he basically went like smack, and as she crumbled, he just brought it over his shoulder and swatted to his left. Okay, Annie, it's your turn to retaliate.
Get him. Get him.
I don't.
Make him stop being alive.
Make him stop being alive.
And make her start being alive.
Yeah, make me start being alive, please.
All right. So staying within 5 feet, can I shuffle us? Be like, hey, 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 but like go to go to Britannica's side.
So
You're trying to like
basically,
distract him.
What's that over there?
So doing
mean,
my
yes,
movement,
you-
staying
as long
within
as
5
you
feet, I'm gonna
don't-
circle.
yeah, as long as you don't leave his 5-foot range, you don't provoke an attack of opportunity. But if you
Okay.
actually bend down to heal her, potentially you
Right.
will.
Okay. Then I am okay. If I heal, I'm trying to remember if it's working through. If I heal myself, will he get an attack of opportunity? I forgot how that works.
Not if you use your innate ability, no, because you're not
Right.
actually performing an action as such. It's more like a free spiritual healing. You just draw the power of Myris into yourself and you heal.
Okay. Yeah, I'm spun around, and I'm going to use up 24 points, heal up to half max HP, which is, yeah. I'm going to heal up half my hit points.
Okay. All right. So yeah, basically, whatever your maximum hit points is, you can heal up to half of that.
Okay.
So if you've got 40, you can heal up to 20 points. That's how that works.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So you suck up the life force. Alekma, want to get in there? Want and will you, I guess, are two
No.
different things. Or do you want to do something else?
I'm going to dive
You are
on
not
the
currently
ground.
within 5 feet of him, so
Yeah, but he still has range of me. But I see a down Brit, and that's no good for all of us. So I'm going to dive at her and cast a heal spell on her as I hit the floor. And touch her on the leg or whatever's protruding towards me as she crumpled, because looking at the...
okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Physician, heal thy diva.
There you go, take 12. Woo!
Alright, so heals you for 12,
Take that. Okay.
which keeps you
Hopefully.
alive and probably gets
You
you, to
wake up and
consciousness,
see
but I
me,
doubt
like,
it's
next to you, looking scared.
that's
There's a
one
little
hit.
Around my head.
Little Tweety bird.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, Cyrano.
Take a hit.
Time to be the hero.
All right, guys, the damage dealer's turn.
If you can get behind him, that's a thing, but
Yeah, but you said he'll know I'm there, though.
if you run around him, yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna use my second shadow shift. here.
That you can do, because that's
I'm
an
gonna
instant...
fold my-
Yes.
I'm gonna fold my arms, just go, pew, and then just end up behind him.
Yep, you can absolutely do that.
And
That's
I
the
am
joy of that ability. And that's the perfect time to use it is to
Yes.
for your advantage. So yeah, okay.
if I use my persistence attack for an extra bonus attack, that does not count for sneak attack. You told me, correct?
Correct.
Okay, then there's no need to use it. Okay, then I'm going to again not yell anything because I don't want him to know I'm there. So I'm
Typical
gonna hold
ninja
and-
attack. Appear behind him silently and go,
Yeah.
"Ah!"
just like almost like I do like wiggle my little nose and just kind of
Epic.
am behind him
Okay,
and 2 attacks.
go for it.
He's
Come
not
on,
flanked
that-
though from there, huh?
He is not. No, but hey,
But hey, I need those flanks. Okay, here's the first one.
come on.
And
On.
the second one. Okay.
That's a hit. That's not.
1.
All right, so you got him for
And the 46 neck attack. Oh, not bad. Okay.
all right,
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Work.
Let me do my math here. So your total damage was 7 plus 15. So we have what's that? 20. No, 22 damage.
Yeah.
All right, okay. You drive those weapons in, and for the first time, you actually see him go like wince in pain as both weapons get drawn back and blood drips from his flanks. Okay,
Yeah, bloody flanks.
Britannica, you are conscious, I believe, that
Yes.
you're on the ground. What do you want to do?
Okay, so if I get up, that's an action, and
If you
I can't
to
attack,
stand
or-
up is your movement, but you can still make a single attack.
Okay, then I'm gonna get up on my knee.
Snugs over there.
I'm gonna
Do that! Do the thing that gets you an attack!
Yes.
I'm going to try to weakly, at him. Go for it.
Come on,
You're not gonna
19s
do
or
a
higher,
weakly-
let's
Come
get it.
on.
19s or
Strong.
higher, let's do it.
Please
We don't need,
go.
you don't
You
want
don't
this
need
guy
no
making
weak-ass
another attack,
18.
because he comes after you. And he is definitely
there it is.
within a killable range.
Oh, well, you only get one, but still.
But it's still the first one, and that's a hit for
Oh, I only
20.
get one. Okay.
Oh,
I'll take
And
it. I'll
it
take it.
is 3 points more than you needed, so how'd you take him down?
I am chopping that motherfucker's legs off. Just,
Shave his
and I pass out on top.
His legs go, basically you hack him right between the knees. He stands there for a second, then topples over. His 2 huge tree trunk legs and feet stay put as his upper torso from the knees up fall off to the side. He screams in pain, and then you just kind of notice him twitch, and his eyes gloss over, and he is no more.
And I do
Congratulations, you've done
I'm
it.
done.
I just stayed down, laying down.
You guys okay?
Biggest lady I've ever seen.
Don't keep saying that.
That was a pretty good tussle, huh? You guys, I got a little branch on my armor here. You guys okay?
I'm wiping blood out of my eyeballs.
I'm gonna lean down and heal you, Britannica, for 23 points.
Here you go, have one of these.
So pretty hurt, but I can manage.
Yeah, I'm gonna heal myself.
All right, Alekma, you're getting 9. Okay.
Yeah.
That had better be worth it.
So, did you put the 23 points?
I did, thank you.
Okay, great.
I'm still very
Um,
hurt.
Is this the wizard caravan? Did anyone see?
Oh,
Moving dead
well,
corpses.
hold on.
and I'm gonna scurry over to the woman that I saw that was bandaged up.
Okay. This
There's a person over here.
Oh,
The wizard?
heavens!
Could be.
I'm just
Actually?
get up and start running.
okay. Yeah, you run into the
Topple over.
campfire. So what you do also notice now, especially Alekma, because you're right next to it, there's kind of a dapple gray pony, like half eaten, laying on the ground.
Oh,
Like someone has carved off huge sides of the meat, and it's roasting on the fire. You can kind of smell it.
So as I run over to the lady, I'm just gonna say, "Dead pony, over here."
Free dinner. Free dinner.
Okay, so she's still. All right, so Cyrano, you get to said lady first. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
Are you Senderin?
She's like.
You can tell me. She knows him, and she can tell us where he is.
Can you tag off, you dummy?
I can speak gag. It's fine. I got it.
Why'd you ask if the woman
like
was
to know how
Senderin? I
you
thought
know
Senderin
that.
was an old man.
Well, maybe it isn't. Maybe she shapeshifted. Maybe he shapeshifted.
Well,
I'm
find
like,
out.
oh, get out of the way, and I'm gonna like push the note to take the gag off of her mouth.
I had it. It's fine.
I
I hope she reject those.
So you're going to remove the gag?
Yeah.
I've had many people gagged. It's sort of, kind of part of my work.
Okay.
Hey, what do you
Okay.
do for a living again?
Kill people.
Oh, okay. Yeah, much
And
better than what
torture
I
and
was
murder
thinking
and
you might be
extort
doing
them.
with gagging people. Mr. Cyrano's BDSM bondage dungeon, yeah. Okay, so you take the gag off, and she's like, oh my god, I thought I was done for. I thought I was done for.
Well, you're not. You're fine. Everything's fine.
It's not fine. It absolutely is not fine. They've taken him.
Who, Senaren?
Yes.
Wait, really?
You know Senerind? We were traveling with him, then we were set about while we're camping. There was a strange, hideous, almost demonic person with them. I overheard him say, the old man is ours, but you can have the girl. And then these huge brutes just charged in out of the trees and killed all of our company. They took me prisoner, and then this strange creature cast some kind of spell and encased Senerind in a strange cocoon. And then they grabbed him and fled into the trees. They went that way, and she kind of nods to the other part of the clearing with her head. And then I had to stand here and watch those ogres as they butchered Senerin's horse, killed it brutishly, and started to carve pieces off and eat. They said that they would rest here the night and head out in the morning. I'm so glad you came along when you did. It's such a shame that all of these poor people were killed by these horrible brutes.
Remembering the person I talked to at the last tavern, I have my little aura of good. Do I feel like this person is good?
You don't have an aura. What is your? Do you have an ability to tell if somebody's good, or only if they're evil?
Yeah, I have like a paladin has an aura of good. It's like detect good spell. So I'm seeing if this person is good or not.
Is it though? Are you sure?
Huh?
And you said it's a
Are
paladin
you
ability?
inventing spells, Jane?
No.
No, I don't think she's inventing spells. I'm just not entirely sure if the paladin
she is.
ability.
I think she is.
A paladin's aura of good is basically a detect good spell equal to her paladin level.
Is that what it's? Okay, all right. Have a look. Yeah, and then you've got detect evil as a separate ability, right?
Still
Yes.
doesn't sound right.
Come on.
Like handwritten on a piece of paper. She's like, see, it's right here in the book.
Right here in the handbook.
She just taped it in.
Crudely.
I'll just have this. Yeah, I'll just make this up as I go. No, I think she's right.
I know I'm right. Don't question me.
Ooh.
The one
There
time.
you go. Okay, so
She
basically,
raised her voice a
yes,
decibel.
that is a cat.
I use it a lot.
Whoa!
that's
What
all.
just happened to my everything? Oh, there we go. Everything froze for a second there. That was weird.
Yes, because that spell doesn't exist. The
No,
game's
it
like,
definitely
what?
does. It's
You
just
broke
cast
it.
as if she was level 7. That's all.
Oh my god.
So it functions as detect evil. Okay. She is not good.
Okay, but I don't know if she's evil or just neutral. So, okay. So does she look particularly like beautiful? They said that he was traveling with a really pretty girl, like really beautiful. girl.
Her hair and all that is very well kind of positioned. And if she wasn't so kind of bedraggled, she probably would be.
Okay, I don't think I could detect evil again until tomorrow. Dang it. All right. So you're with Cinnamon, and I'm gonna like touch her hand and calm her emotions,
Okay.
so she's feeling a little
All right.
better.
She kind of looks at you and she says, I don't suppose you'd like to get me out of these chains. They hurt somewhat.
Yes, we will. We just have a couple questions. You meant Cinnamon went that way, and everybody else in your party, are they dead?
I believe so. I don't think he took anybody except Cenerint.
So Alukma's sitting down at one of the logs, and I'm just
Okay.
gonna say, did Cenerint have a satchel with him, or that maybe had a weird stone in it?
He had a sling bag, but what was in it, I must confess I didn't go rooting through to look.
And did these ogres, these creatures?
No, the strange demonic creature that was with them pretty much forbid them to go anywhere near him. As I said, as soon as he appeared, he cast some spell, and before Cenerand even had time to rise and get to his feet, he was encased in this strange cocoon.
All right, so at that, I'm gonna get up and just root through the corpses, the wagon, to see if I see a shard. And make our quest really easy, which I know is not going to be the case, but that's what I'm
Sure it is. You
Sitting
find a
right
black
there.
piece of obsidian. Now let's just figure. Now you can figure out if it's the shard or not. Right. Okay. Okay.
All right, so yeah,
So
that's
you
what I'm
want to?
doing.
All right. So yeah, you can kind of search all the individuals that are here. I mean, other than basic traveling possessions, weapons, each one of them has a small purse of coin and stuff like that, but nothing out of the order, nothing too
and the
crazy.
ogres too, right? Yes.
Yeah, the ogres pretty much don't have anything of any real value except, horse meat and strange, ugly things. They didn't even. I mean, it would appear that the ogres didn't even bother to loot the corpses. They didn't even put the effort in to do that.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and she's like, so are you gonna let me down?
Yes, I'm gonna start getting her down.
Okay. How do you want to kind of get the chains off of her?
Is there any sort of a lock?
It would appear that there is a lock, yes. Like, she's got huge, big iron cuffs around. And as you start examining, you can see clearly the skin is rubbed raw around her wrist. I mean, she clearly isn't exaggerating when she says it hurts.
Well, 1 second. I'm going to go around to each of the ogres, or whatever they are, and try to find a key.
Okay, you
To these
will
locks?
indeed, on the largest of the ogres, the one that was giving you the most trouble, he does indeed have a key, and a second set of these shackles.
Okay, I'm going to keep those.
Okay.
And I'm
you
going
never know when you
to...
need those in the bedroom.
Well, I'm just saying, do I find anything else worthwhile on these ogres? I assume probably not, but...
Not really, no.
Okay, then I'll take the key over and unlock her shackles and help her
Okay.
down.
But she kind of like takes her up, she just goes, and you kind of see the
Sorry, yeah,
skin,
careful.
like literally, I mean, the top layer of skin is gone and it's sore and there's some blood.
Are you
Does
okay?
anybody have any water?
Yes, I create 14 gallons of water.
Just dump it straight on her.
She drowns.
Wah, wah.
No, I'll take a canteen, or if I see a bucket,
And she
I'll
holds her wrists
bring
out
water.
to you to pour the water over.
I'll do that and then kind of help her out. Do a
Okay.
heal check as well.
Okay. Go ahead, give me a heal check.
Will do.
Well, no.
Well, no.
It puts the lotion
Oh,
on skin.
man.
Okay, a 10. I mean, yeah, clearly, I mean, it is... It needs bandaging and properly taken care of. I mean, it would get infected if
Yes.
left. I mean, it's a significant wound at this point.
Okay.
She's had iron, like rusty iron, digging in and cutting into her wrists.
I'm gonna place my sword on her wrist and cast one of my sons and do a cure light wounds.
Okay.
Plus 4.
Aww. For 8. Okay. You lay the sword across them, and immediately the skin kind of like grows back, and she kind of look. Oh, thank you so much. And she starts kind of like just
You're welcome.
rubbing her wrists, almost instinctively.
Now, I hate to rush you, but we really need to catch Cinnarand. Are you good to come with us?
I can. My name's Evie. Evie Hollander.
Evie. I'm Annie.
It's a pleasure to have met you. Yes, I'm an old friend of Cinnarand. We were travelling together to Gartland. He come and sought me out. He had needed to see somebody that I'm very well acquainted with.
A fellow man of the arcane.
In a manner of speaking.
Do you know
I'm
why?
so glad.
He didn't really elaborate, but I can have my guesses. But unfortunately now, who knows where he is? Where this strange creature took him. I fear for him. This minion of evil that just come out of nowhere and had this army of brutes with him.
I think we might know who took him.
You do?
Well,
know
if it's
where
the
he's
same
taking them?
person, no, we've been encountering a similar devil-like thing. Might be the same one.
I see. There's something very sinister is afoot.
Nasty.
Cinnarand, he told me, he said that he had attempted to contact something that he knew he shouldn't, but he needed answers. Said something, he said a name, but it was a strange sounding name. It began with Nesh something. And he said he tried to summon this Nesh, but it went horribly wrong, and his tower was overrun by strange demonic minions. He said there were so many of them that he was so unprepared, and all of his globes of protection were designed to keep in this Nesh individual. Well, apparently it didn't work on these, whatever these other things were, and in a huge upset of affairs, he had to flee his own tower. These things chased him out, and he said that he did battle with them, and he killed quite a few of them, but there was a very large amount of them, and a small group of them seemed to be in control. It was almost as if it was a small army of minions. He didn't really specify more than that. He said that they were like little small devil creatures. Needless to say, he knew then that something very strange was going on, so he said that he was going to make great haste to Gartland and speak to this friend of mine.
Your friend, what's his name?
It's not that I don't trust you, it's just that, well, until
Come on, he
I've...
just saved your life.
I understand. As I said, I've told you what I can, but just for now, I think until I feel a little bit more at ease with you, I'll keep that piece of information to myself.
It's okay, Britannica. You'll learn to trust us. I figured
I
you'd
almost
want to
died.
come with us, though. You were traveling with him. Surely you don't want to be alone out here.
Well,
Right?
It would appear I've got a long walk in any direction that I choose to travel, so, I
Stay
suppose.
with us, then.
Are you from around here? Is this your home land area?
Well, I was born and raised in Gotland. I spent the first 15 to 20 years of my life there, but since then I've done a fair bit of traveling down to the southern coast and such.
Okay, so I'm gonna point in the direction that Centerin was supposedly taken in, and I'm just gonna say, what's in that direction that you know of?
Well, the river, as you can probably see, and a lot of forest.
Any ruins or destroyed places that?
Not that I'm aware of, but I'll be honest, I've never really explored these forests before.
Any myths or legends of this forest?
Well, several, but isn't there about every great expanse of woodland?
Well, how long ago was he taken?
Suppose I was unconscious to start with, so I'm not entirely sure. Although it was daylight when they attacked us, and now it's dark. I'm assuming I haven't been unconscious for more than a day, so several hours, I suppose.
Cyrano, how's your tracking ability?
Tracking, it's there.
Well, that's a skill that I possess, actually.
Really?
Oh, great!
Can you see at night?
Not without a lantern or a torch, no.
I have a torch.
She says, well, we can go down to the river and see if we can see any tracks.
Okay. You okay to walk?
Oh, yes, it was my limbs that were bound, not my feet, fortunately.
Okay, good. I'm sorry to rush you. We
No,
want to make
that's fine.
sure Cinerin's safe.
All right.
I'm gonna if we do walk over, I'm gonna be a few feet behind her because I am just a little curious since she's not good.
Okay.
Keep an eye on
Yeah,
her.
so she kind of goes down to the river. If anybody wants to go down there with her, you're welcome to. And she's kind of like looking underground and following. Looks like she's following some sort of trail. And then she's kind of gets close, and then there's like the river. It's probably about a 7 or 8 foot rocky incline down to the water itself. And she says, well, they either went up or down the river or crossed at this point. I suppose we can
Okay.
see if there are tracks on the other side.
Dear. Is the river rushing or is it?
It's pretty harsh. There are a couple of more promising areas that you could possibly cross over here. Like there's an area here where you could get closer and then maybe jump.
I see. Okay.
You could jump you could go to here and then attempt to jump across to here. I mean, but that's probably, that's a pretty decent leap for somebody.
What if
It's a
someone
good
else goes
10
and
foot jump.
brings this rope with them? I don't think we'll make it without the rope.
Botanica,
Yes.
Botanica.
maybe you could jump across with your athletic ability.
I mean, would I?
You have the best shot of anyone, probably. Not the entire river.
Fine. I don't like to get wet, though.
Oh, Alekma's gonna hold on to the end of this rope, and you bring it across, okay?
Okay, but I could just fly across. I don't have to do this.
Jump.
Fine. I'm gonna attempt to jump.
Just fly out if you get stuck.
Yes, we'll fish
Hold
you
on
out.
to me, please. Don't let me get wet. This
I'm gonna
leather-
hand one end of the rope to Alekma.
Take it.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna try to.
Ah!
Oh,
That's not really there. I'm doing that for chat's purposes.
oh
They were-
God.
They're insisting that there's a 20-foot gator in the river, so there.
That's more than 20 feet. That was, oh my God.
Average.
Average,
flying
of
away
course.
with you
That's
off
about
the way.
average. That's about average. Yeah, there you go.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, get out of there, gator. I'm sorry.
That's
Britannica, why don't you jump over from over here? It's less of a distance.
okay. Sorry, I was distracted.
Yeah, so that's basically now it's pretty uneven ground and rocky there, so you can't really get a good run up. I mean, you're talking about a 10-foot
Yeah, I got big legs though.
standing jump, but you, as I was gonna say, you have a pretty good movement. So, yeah, give me a jump check.
Okay, jump check.
And a crouch down and
Ah.
16. That's enough for you to make it.
Thanks.
Okay.
But okay, yep. You leap across, and you're carrying the rope, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got about the same again
Okay. Let's try again.
from the edge to the other side. 13. Okay, you leap. Your foot slips, and you kind of 1 foot falls back in the water, so you kind of get your foot wet, but
Oh, I hate
it doesn't rush you away or anything like that. So you're now on the other side with the rope.
Okay. Then I'm gonna turn around and kind of brace myself to.
Yeah, I'm gonna tie the rope around a tree over here,
Okay.
and then make sure it's tight. Tight.
Tweet.
Is there a tree around
Make
here
sure
that I
it's
can-
tweet.
Evie, do
Okay.
you want to go first, Evie?
We expect her to tightrope.
No, she just kind of goes, she grabs hold of the rope and then uses it, and she kind of walks down and wades into the water, but holding on to the rope so that she doesn't get washed away. It's no more than about waist deep. Yeah, so she'll wade across, just kind of going across the rope. As I said, the water in the middle part, it's just above her waist, but it's not too bad.
Yeah, I'll follow her.
Okay. Yeah, for you, it's about just probably equal to your waist.
Next.
Bring on
I
the
hope it's
croc.
Don't bring on a croc.
Bring out your Crocs!
That's so mean.
There are no drowns, right?
No, I'm coming up. I'm just
I
making
let
sure
go.
no one's following
I'm
us. Or...
coming up.
Well, oh, my arms are so tired.
Yeah, I scamper across too.
Okay, alright, yep. So you all managed to get across. I mean, everybody's wet, but big deal.
That's fine.
But you're all alive. Okay, then she kind of gets down and starts looking. She's, well, it would appear that there are tracks. Went this way. And then she starts kind of following the river, in this direction.
I'm gonna look at Cyrano and say, "Hey, Cyrano, do you see the tracks too?"
Let's take a look.
And I'm gonna see if I can pick up the tracks.
There are pretty, especially here where it's kind of the ground is soft. I mean, yeah, you can see what looks like some fairly heavy boot prints in the ground. Fairly large ones, too.
Yeah, I think so. She seems to be leading us the right direction.
Checking. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll follow her then.
Okay. So as she's walking, she says, "So, how do you all know Senerind? And what were the odds that you would suddenly be where you were at the opportune time?"
Well, we've been trying to find Senerind for a long time, so it makes sense that we were close. We don't actually know him yet.
Oh,
We
but
tried
but
to
you're
meet him in
looking to
Riverbreed,
find
but
him?
he left.
Was you trying
Yes.
to perhaps employ a wizard of his standing for something? Maybe.
More of a trade. He has some. I think maybe, you know, he might want something that we have. Just a bit of a, you know,
I see.
trading of wares.
Oh, and well, it must be something of great importance if you've trailed him. Did you try to visit him at home?
Yes,
Riverbreed?
We
actually,
did.
The story
see.
checks out. We saw those little creatures too.
Oh, I see. So, what did they look like? He didn't give me much of a description. He just said that they were like small, impish creatures.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
I was
Have you
gonna
ever
say
seen
impish.
Hercules?
No, but I've heard of his great exploits.
Is he like real in this world?
Like fat little wing bats.
I see. But you travelled all the way, looking for him from Riverbreed just to trade wares. That's quite a journey.
It is.
It's important.
About it.
I see.
He has something very rare.
Oh, I'm sure he does. He's quite the expert in the arcane, don't you know? I'm sure you've heard tale of him before. He's one of the original 3.
Original 3.
Yes, the original 3.
That.
Oh, well, there used to be a, those that are not very fond of wizards used to call it a coven, implying that they were some kind of witches or necromancers. But that's just not true. It was more of a conclave. He and 2 other very, very powerful mages formed an alliance, as it were. And 30 or 40 years ago had, well, cast some spells and did some arcane works of true greatness and legend. Then they kind of had a bit of a falling out, as it were, and they all went their own separate ways.
Oh.
What was the reason of the fallout?
Truthfully, I don't know, and Senarand has always been a little bit vague on it. He just says that one of his conclave brothers had gotten a little bit too corrupt and had started to dabble into things that he didn't approve of. He said at first him and his other associate tried to steer him back onto the path, but the more they did so, the more his other associate seemed to become disingenuous with the whole idea and lost interest. And at that point, Senarind felt that it was perhaps best if they all just went away and did their own thing. He was never really specific about what happened, but
And these other 2 in the group, who were they?
well, one of them was Danathel. I don't know if you've heard of him. And Aaron Sill, which was the elven mage. Danathel is the one that apparently started to do some dubious things, as it were.
Well, we have traveled from across the sea, so we don't know many of the stories of your land.
Oh, I see. And from where do you hail?
Arconis.
I have heard of Arconis. Is it a fine land? Is it a peaceful
very.
land?
Well,
It's all right.
recently, pretty peaceful, I suppose.
And what brought you all the way to the shores of Aldersea?
The call of adventure.
Well, it must have called pretty loud for you to travel this far. Surely there were things in Arconis that you could have done.
More than likely, but isn't it more fun to tell tales of across the sea?
I see. Well, and will you be traveling back home anytime, or is this now where you've decided to lay your roots?
I'd like to go home someday. My mother's back home. I'd like to see her again.
Well, I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure the next place we're going to be going will be a little bit hotter.
Hotter? Oh, off for the tropics, are you? The jungles?
Something like that.
I see. And she kind of, as she's talking, she's still slowly kind of paying attention and following the trails.
Okay.
All right. Okay, well, I think that's a pretty good place for us to stop.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. When I'm not playing a tree-hugging druid on How We Roll, I'm Shagget. You can follow me on twitch.tv/Shagget, where I stream casually, or on Twitter, if you can figure this out, at eneb_convos. How's that for laziest outro ever? My ass sass. See you guys.
Jane? Jane, what are you doing? You gotta record your outro. Jane? She's dead.
Hi, Jane's dead, but it's me, Jane's Spooky Ghost. You can follow me on my spooky adventures at Jane on Twitch with a 0. That's it. I'll talk to you guys later when you're dead. Please.
What's up, everyone? It's your boy, the Snuggler. Oh man, is it my third campaign already? If you guys do want to follow me, I'm pretty active on Twitter at MattySweetTweet. And if this didn't scratch your D&D itch, Chris Tassix and I have a new podcast coming out. You can find out more information about that if you go to www.newcritsontheblock.com. Jane put it right there for everyone to see. We hope you guys go and check it out and enjoy it. Until next time.
Hi, friends and fans. It's me, Christy. Okay, that's good. I'm new and scared, like a lost little baby bear cub in big spooky woods of streaming. But luckily, my mentors Snugs and Jane are here to guide me through with grace and wisdom and beauty and muscles and beauty again, but mostly muscles. Jane said I could promote my art and my D&D podcast. That's all I can say about that, because she also said that hogging the spotlight is selfish and ugly. So, thanks for everything, Snugs and Jane. This is Crispy, saying sayonara.
Hi there, I'm Gorbad. Welcome to the Orc's Nest. I'm the Dungeon Master here on How We Roll, and if you'd like to follow me personally, you can do so on Twitter at Gorbad. Check out thedmblog.com for all things Dungeon Master and Dungeons & Dragons related. And of course, you can follow me on twitch.tv/Gorbad. Also, guys, don't forget to keep up with all things How We Roll. Follow us on Twitter at How We Roll. Check out the website www.howweroll.com, and make sure you follow us on YouTube as well. Cheers, guys.